Listen to me. Hey. So... In other words... Hey. That's fine. Correct. In other words... However... It's true. In other words... It's true. In other words... Indeed. It's true.
Huh? Well...
That's fine. Naturally.
What the heck? I won't forgive you.
However, it's true. Certainly.
What? Hmm. Come on.
So... wrong. Just a second. Hey. Correct. So... why? It's true. Wrong. Hey. Indeed. Hey. Certainly.
What the heck? So...
In other words, hey,
What the heck?
Don't make me repeat myself.
hey, listen. So then, listen to me.
Well,
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
What do you want? Well...
You know? What could it be? How about that?
You got it all wrong!
Actually... Don't look at me!
Hey, come on! Huh?
What?
Hey, come on!
What?
Hey. I see. Anyway. Just a second. Hey. Whew. It's true. So... Hey. Correct. I see. Hey. It's true. It would seem... Indeed. Correct. It's true. Hey. So... Hey.
Hey, Lynn. You're not late. You're not too late, but actually, I'll just let you see who died as soon as
That doesn't matter. So then...
as soon as I zoom out of this picture, I think you're gonna know who died. So, I'm gonna have it be a surprise.
So then... In other words... Listen.
Ooh, suspenseful.
In other words... So then... So then... I knew it. In other words... Hey.
There she is. Shoot. Yeah. Yeah, she died. And I think I know what killed her. Pretty sure it's poison. First of all, it was a blow to the head, but I think it's also poison. Soccer. Yeah.
Hey.
You sound so emotional.
Indeed.
Yeah, I was surprised too.
Hey.
I was very surprised because I didn't think she'd die. If anything, I thought she died to the headmaster. Amanakuma, I should say.
In other words...
Yeah, so... I think she died too. Well, I think she got hurt by a blow to the head, but I think the killing blow, quote unquote, was the poison. If we're being honest.
Hey. Correct. So... However...
What the heck? I won't forgive you.
Hey. Whew. So...
Oh wait, hold on a sec. Okay, so the only people left now is Kyoko, Aoi, Makoto, Fukawa, I don't remember her first name, Ryuk something, and Hiro. Hold on, let me check for you, cause I don't know. So, I'm left, but that doesn't count because I'm me. Bayukia, wait. I don't care. I'm just going Kogami. Hiro, Kyoko, Hina, Fukawa. Well, she's dead. That's it. Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
In other words,
Byakuya. Yeah,
hey.
thank you. That's how you say it. Byakuya. Yeah. Thank you for that. I'm more surprised that she died in the first place, you know what I mean? It doesn't really seem like someone like her would die that easily. Although, just because someone is super strong and stuff doesn't mean they're immune to poison, I understand that. Because poison is poison. No matter how tough you are, it's poison. And poison kills. A lot. Like, all the time. Also, we got a new room, and I think you'd like this room because it has a giant piano. I kept joking with my friend because it also. Wait, are those keyboards? I don't know. I kept joking with my friend because she does concerts sometimes, or you know, stuff like that. I said she biked this room, and then she got upset. She does not want any more concerts. So, it's just a giant grand piano in the middle of the room.
What?
Ooh, that's cool, huh? Okay. So there was yellow powder on her shoes, and that's yellow powder.
So, in other words,
Yes, sir, I understand. I'm not saying that to you. I don't like you. You're mean. Byakuya is mean. He's just a big meanie. I don't appreciate it. Ooh, footprint.
what?
He is just commanding me. I don't appreciate it.
I see. I see. It's certainly... What?
Okay. He's actually kind of glad that Sakura died, because Sakura was the spy, but then she was the spy for Monokuma, but then she wanted to fight Monokuma to, like, you know, face responsibility. But she died before she got to fight him. And yeah. So someone killed her. I don't know who. Oh, there's another beep. I'll be right back. Okay, I keep going when I hear a beep because I'm making dinner for people. I'm making dinner for my family in an air fryer, so that's why I keep going. Sorry about that. Yes, sir, I understand.
What? That's fine.
Why is there poison? It's a chem lab, yeah. We already got all the things we needed? We're already doing the class trial?
Whoops, you caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake. Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I?
The stream died and I missed some. No, I ended it because I was gone for so long. So I ended it and reopened it.
Okay, then let's
You haven't
begin
missed
the
too much.
class
All you've
trial.
missed is...
Please go through the red door.
No, you were
on the
here for
first
Sakura
floor
dying.
of the school.
Because you predicted it.
See you soon.
You didn't miss much. All we've been doing is investigating. You came back for the interesting part. We're about to have a class trial. And these are the interesting parts of the game. So you came back just in time. Oh my god.
What?
The power of emoticons.
Yes, indeed.
XD.
Well, here. Yes,
Do you have 100 friends crying?
I can't wait! I can't wait!
Please get on the elevator. Surprise face. I'll see you down there. He's breaking the fourth wall!
Don't look at me! Don't be mean!
What the heck? What the heck?
Don't look at me!
What the heck? What the heck?
Oh god.
Hey,
Standing around here. Okay. Let's go!
Now then.
A deadly class trial. Let's save the game! Oh wait. Okay, so I know this is a bad time and I'm leaving you on suspense, but I heard the beep again and I need to go cook dinner. I'll be back. I'll be gone for like 5 minutes. Don't worry. Aren't I just a stinker? Getting out of here as soon as I'm like, man, it's time for a case trial or a class trial, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna leave. Sorry about that. I just had to go do something. Alright, so this is your first class trial, Sales, I think, so I'm gonna let him explain the rules. And hey, it's Koi! Hey, man. I'm gonna let him explain the rules.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, where to begin?
Hey, I screamed when I saw this. Oh. Well, that's unfortunate.
We already know who did it.
Wink. Why are you doing this?
Whoa! Deja vu!
The one who killed Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah! I'd never kill someone, no way!
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
Alright, so here's how it works. You need to shoot down arguments, and we need to find out who's the real culprit. It's gonna be crazy.
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
I got it.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Yeah, and that was right before she died. So there's no doubt about it. One of those three killed her.
Alright. Well, that was fun. Pocket trash.
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all three of them, there's no way that's not suspicious. One of you is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here. I never saw her.
No,
It's a lie! And I know it's a lie. You did see her.
Hiro, when we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember?
Dari, yes, I knew.
It was white with red polka dots.
See my face.
What's that got to do with anything?
Red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
No, it's...
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy. So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura! It's the only explanation.
Well, I mean... Yeah, sure I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
When? When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was... when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Brother Koi, do you know what happened in any of the trials?
Yeah,
Or
so
any of the trials
I must
coming
have
up?
got it sometime
Don't
before
spoil
that.
it because it's my first time playing. My God!
I'm not sure about that, Hiro. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy
okay, I'm
until
not
after she left the nurse's office. So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Damn it! I mean, what I meant was, Oh, that's right! I did meet up with her in the rec room. Got a problem with that?
Why the sudden hostility?
But we just talked, that's all. I didn't do anything, you gotta believe me.
You're
Oh,
acting
Hero,
incredibly
please.
suspicious.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
More hostility.
It's not just normal hostility. You're the real culprit. I even have proof.
Proof?
Oh, Hero,
What are
please, don't tell me
talking
you
about?
did it. I
I'm
like
talking
you.
about her shining message. At the scene of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood, right? It was her dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
That's true. I saw it for myself.
See? See? Toko did it!
What are you saying? No way! How did he do it?
You just don't know when you're beat, do you?
Hero, hold on. When did you see that dying message of hers?
Huh? Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime.
Oh my God,
so it's
Hero,
hard to
no.
believe that's when you actually saw
You
the
didn't
message
do
for
it,
you.
did you?
Shoot!
Oh, shoot, sorry, I wasn't under the shelf.
I got it! Kyoko, you found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
Doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense.
Okay.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
Wait, I didn't mean
And I can
to
tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
Oops, okay.
Shoot!
Okay, let me think. Let me think real quick.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun.
Do I need to use the
I
absorb
found the
bullet? I swear to
magazine
God.
tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you
I'm gonna say I'm
exactly
gonna have
when I
to
found
use
the
the
dying
bullet.
message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you it was only after I
found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I
give me that.
pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your what I said makes total sense!
I really hope I don't have to reverse it.
I can tell
Come
you
on, please.
exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
Ah! Yes! Okay! I didn't have to switch it around. Good.
When Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby. That's where Kyoko found it. After we'd begun the investigation. And you weren't at the murder scene. So there's no way you could have seen it then. Tell us the truth, Hiro. When did you see the message?
Hold on. You're focusing on the wrong part. Why does it matter when I saw it? All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is. Toko!
I don't even know where to begin with that one.
He's just trying to confuse us.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
Yeah? I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message. 100%, without a doubt, she wrote it. And this is me talking, so you know it's true.
Oh, okay, I hear a beep. I'll be right back. It'll be 5 minutes, don't worry. Sorry about that. Again, 30% accuracy. I don't appreciate that. I'm making food. I'm sorry. And I have to set a stopwatch for 8 minutes. Because I need to go in 8 minutes and then I'll be back in like 2. So I'm right here. Don't worry. If the stream crashes or dies, I'll go in the chat and tell you, and I'll tell you I'll start another one.
Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult occult is bullcrap! Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh! Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest.
Oh, God!
Show me the proof.
This should prove it.
I cannot deal with tempo changes, and
Completely
especially when they block
unconvinced
all of that.
Sakura wrote that dying message. Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. But both of her hands were completely free of blood.
Say what?
Then, who did write it?
Hiro could very well have written it himself. That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Ah! He admits it!
I figured as much.
But why would you write something like that?
Because I killed her! Please, just let me explain what happened. I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool.
And when I got there... And that's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something. As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me. She was gonna kill me and make her escape. So of course I freaked out, and then... I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head. I hit her from behind, before she had any idea what was happening. Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that. Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
I can't believe you! You're the worst! I hope you die!
Well, that's what happened. Go ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
You're not gonna get off that easy. It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura. We're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
No, I think there's more to
no.
Hiro's story.
That's too easy.
What are you talking about? What else could
That's
there
way
be?
too easy, and that wouldn't explain
There's
the poison.
one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain.
The hero did do
And
it.
until
No,
we figure that
no,
part
it can't
out,
be that easy.
we can't consider the case closed.
Oh. I need to hope I get this right, because I could die.
I got it!
Yay!
That's true. Everything you just said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does
So
it?
we just started, so.
By the time the body was discovered,
Yeah, that's way
the
too
magazine had
that's
been
way
picked
too
up and put on the
easy
shelf.
of a trial, especially in the case 4.
Why would you take the time to write that message, then stick it somewhere we might not find it?
Oh. Well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Really?
He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
It went up as soon as the game said it was too easy.
Then he's not lying?
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf. In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and...
I don't think there's any question about that.
But then, Who was it?
If they went to the
My
trouble
first
of
suspect
hiding the
would be
magazine,
Toko, because of course she would want to hide.
they must not
That.
have liked what was written on it.
Yeah. Okay.
I got it! It
They
had
wouldn't
to
have
be
liked
Toko,
it.
right? Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Is he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room?
Why would I have... Wait, but more important, that doesn't even matter. We already know who did it, right? Hiro just admitted it.
That's right. I killed her.
No, you didn't.
Who asked you?
I don't doubt
The people
Hiro
who
attacked
asked me?
Sakura with fire.
What do you mean?
The main character. No.
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
You can't be serious. That's just... I don't believe it.
Hiro, tell us what happened one more time. If we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
So, what do you want me to do?
Just tell us what happened one more time when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but okay.
Make you up. Oh no.
I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind,
Hey, Yoko, it's
and you only hit her once.
Oh, her,
Is
okay.
that right?
Okay, I know what you
Just
said.
once.
No, that's wrong. Hold on.
After the first
Swing the button.
I can just skip all this now,
Hiro really is the killer!
because that's really obvious.
I didn't want to, but I grabbed a Monokuma and I hit Ogre from behind.
You hit her from, and you only hit her once.
Yeah, just once.
I got it right. Okay, cool. What time zone are you in, man? My time zone's completely different, probably.
If Sakura died from Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had two
See you,
head
good
wounds.
luck, Dari. Thanks, man.
Two?
That's right. She had two separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this
In fact, I'll be right back, because it's been 8 minutes, so give me a second.
Pearl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
I'm back.
But I only hit her once. How could she have two wounds?
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Hold on. How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves. There's something very suspicious about those bottles. Once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles
And
must have been
if it was
used.
2 separate, then Hiro's not killed.
Think back.
Obvious.
After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf, right? And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chess piece it had inside.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle. But originally, there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
That's easy. If you look at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
Also, if you put one back up there, there would be 1 space missing, and that's like gonna bother me. That would bother me too much. Hangman's Gambit. No! Wait, no! I got this! I got this one! I don't need help! Yes! Finally! I can do one on my own! Where's the E? Yes! Yes!
Now I understand.
Yay. Thank you!
That's it! The chess pieces! Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
King, rook, bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was the knight, if I remember.
So, what's that matter?
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you? Then let me explain. In chess, there are 6 different pieces. The king, the queen, the rook, knight, bishop, and pawn. What was left intact at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn. Just those 4. And on the ground was the knight.
Oh, so the queen is missing.
So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene. Well, one apparently...
What does chess have to do with anything?
Yeah, shogi is way better.
Yeah. Wait, no, that's not what I mean. So,
Yes, it is.
let's say a bottle did go missing. There's still no evidence that has anything to do with his fate. That bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
How is it clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
I got it! The bottle must have been broken.
What makes you so sure?
Because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Huh?
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just 1 broken bottle at the scene.
And what is this evidence?
Yeah, I get to present it. Okay, where is it?
I got it!
Yeah!
Earlier, Kyoko and I did a little experiment. We compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles. And what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is... there was actually more than 1 bottle's worth of shattered glass.
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime. But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure inside. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces, which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
But why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the case.
The bowling aficionados.
I got it!
Of course.
The bottle that was removed from the scene was used the second time Sakura was attacked.
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle. Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only 1 attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
From there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow. Wouldn't you agree, Toko? And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Oh, wait! I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
No way! You killed her! I'm sure of it!
Shut up! Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed her.
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am.
Yeah.
Plus, I just remembered something that proves it.
Okay, fine.
What did you
Let's
remember,
hear it.
man?
It was right after I got Ogre's note. I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. you know, to stake it out or whatever. So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her. I saw Toko go into the rec room. Pretty soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. But when I got inside, Ogre was all alone. Toko had disappeared.
And you just now decided to share that with us?
After the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain? I think they've come loose.
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear to?
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
Ooh.
Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous.
Oh, I know where.
Why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
Do it. Another one? Oh no. Oh shoot. Okay, I just heard another beep. I'll be right back, but now I'm scared. Okay. And like one more beep. That should be the last one. So like another 8 minutes, I'll be right back. Get out the saloon. Okay. Just this one's okay. About halfway through the game now. Halfway! No! Okay, hold on.
It's a lie! I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No! That's enough! I admit nothing. I curse you. I curse you. It's a lie! That's enough! It's a lie! That's enough!
Well,
I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. That's enough.
go!
This should prove it.
Good, got him.
Did you know someone left a handprint behind on the inside of the locker? They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
No, it doesn't.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll clear everything up, right?
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
Okay, it's my handprint.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
Then you killed Sakura!
No, I swear, there's no way!
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
Straight up again?
Wait, what do you mean probably?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Talk. Now.
After I read Sakura's
Wow, he's
note,
just
I
commanding
decided
her.
to go there early. So I went into the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go. But I was too scared to face her head on. So I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes. And I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
So
That's
after
awkward.
he left,
That's
I
it.
jumped out of the
That's all
locker
you gotta say about it?
and put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back upside down.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura?
After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling. And when I turned around, there was Sakura, covered in blood and staring right at me. When I saw that blood, I fainted. Right there in front of the magazine. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
Guess who's back?
Oh, God.
It was your fault after all!
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater
Oh, God. Okay.
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories, so I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me away. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see... Splatter everywhere! I was not prepared for that, and, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle. Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible! No, she's terrible! Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever!
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman! If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master!
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
But I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. Because normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack, no problem!
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Hey, come on! That's... you know... But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre! So that's good!
Well then, that's that. Let's start the vote. What's wrong? Come on, everyone, we're ready to vote, right?
Nope,
Let's do this.
that's still too easy.
No, not quite yet.
Huh? Not yet? Why not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Odd. Huh?
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it. Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
This is my command,
Honestly,
darling.
you're just a rude guy. Alright. Multiple bullets.
I was just sleeping peacefully. And all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me.
Okay, let's look over the thing. Status of Sakura thing.
I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
You were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of
Throwing this
I was just sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me.
Okay, hold on.
You were taken by... You smashed her.
You got it.
And where to be attacked?
Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of the shelf.
No, that's wrong.
No!
We found Sakura sitting upright in a chair. If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
So, you finally noticed.
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
Okay, I hear it, beep. I'll be right back. One more time, hopefully. I think it crashed this time, never mind. My internet is terrible. Okay, if she's not here, I'll just tell her right now. I'm back with food! I had to go away for a bit for one last beep, and I was actually able to get my food. That's why I was gone for a little bit longer. So sorry about that. But I'm back, and this should be the last time I have to be right back because of food, at least.
I got it!
I got it!
Sakura was definitely attacked in front of the shelf.
Ooh, shoot. Oh, no, don't fall. Oh, okay, thank you.
The bloodstain by the magazines is proof of that.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, right? All to make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now, look at me. I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors.
Look, still, it doesn't say you're here. It says no one's here, actually.
Then
I don't
what's the
know
deal?
I don't know why that...
Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly...
Oh, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
So she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door. While everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
No, I don't think that's possible.
Because I was in the locker. The locker was way too small.
I got it! Even before we opened
so it
the door
doesn't
to the
say
rec room,
anyone's
Tina
here,
and
but you're
I
here.
both got a
which
look
is weird.
inside. And at that point, the locker was already open. So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Okay then, where was she hiding?
I don't know. What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How did you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much. You're lying.
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
And
Well, I can't imagine what else could
I'm
have
still
killed
here.
her.
I'm still here.
that's
No!
because you're overlooking vital information.
No! I'm gonna say it's the yellow powder.
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head. So you're dead set on blaming me, huh?
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack,
Hold on. Okay, the victim. Sorry, Sakura. Strong blow to the victim's head. No other. Okay.
what was it?
There's no other what killed Sakura. I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head.
Good. Yes.
No, it's wrong. According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood. I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death. In fact, there was even a
It
trace
really
of
bugs me on
blood
how it
left
says
around
there's no
her
people
mouth.
here, but you guys are here. That bugged me.
Well, I mean,
I don't know why that's happening.
maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood. Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely, Sakura was poisoned.
Poisoned?
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
You're making me go all weak in the knee!
She was poisoned? It isn't possible!
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
You can explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
But you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Huh? Not in the rec room? Then I could have found it all along.
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Well, yeah, good point.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this.
Is that the poison?
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C. In Section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
Listen to Master. No!
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
I got it! The poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
Listen to Master.
Huh? You just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Yeah, so? Why?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
I mean, this.
Oh my god.
Master!
Ugh, that tastes awful.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Protein?
Oh, I see.
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Sure. Do whatever you like.
That scared me for a sec, too. I'm like, did he just commit suicide? Just to prove a point.
It's protein powder.
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder. Which makes one wonder, the poison that should have been in that...
Oh, I see. Oh, shoot, another one? Okay, I think no, I got it. Okay, I got it. I just need an R. Protein. Obviously, yes. Yay, another one I can do! Yay! I just missed my chance for a knee. Hey, you got it. Thank you. 'Cause I never get these, so it's like, eh. Oh no! Okay, there we go.
Now I understand!
Now I understand!
Poison must have been poured into the protein can. If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched. So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can. Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
Holy crap!
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
I got it! You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
You know, I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
For real? Who was it?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
I got it! The footprints left behind in front of the shelf. That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected. What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind. And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
It was me. The footprints. They're mine. If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Then Ogre's killer was...
Yep, I did it. I killed Sakura.
Just as I did. The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it. And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
I got it!
Oh, man.
Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility.
Just Hina.
Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began. You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
I can't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
Wait, did it crash? Nope!
Well, it's just... the two of them were so close.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way.
Maybe it just sucks.
Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think
don't
twice
believe
about it.
Hina
Hina
killed her.
used that
No!
trust to kill her. She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us. I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Is it true? Did you really... kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink, but when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
And then she downed it all at once.
What?
And then...
Hold it! I'm not convinced.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind. Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them. Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves, just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism, but there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
Well, that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Set up?
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint? It's too obvious. Too easy.
He's right. It makes it look like he wanted people to suspect you.
Swiped it out or brushed it off. Or brushed it away with like a
I was just nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
You didn't notice?
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
What?
That doesn't matter.
Hina, please. I'd like to know too.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit. There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
It didn't crash, so did something happen?
Right away, I went to Section C and got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder. And that's where I switched them. Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out.
Okay, it's working.
And
it just
That
stopped working for
story
you?
you just told. First you went to Section C to get the poison. Then moved to Section A to get the protein, right? Meaning you went from Section C to Section A. Do I have that correct?
yeah.
Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
My name is Big Mac!
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
Yeah, that seems awfully strange.
First I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C to Section A. And that's where I switched the powders. Once I was done switching them, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in Section A. Then I took the bottle with the poison in it and left the chem lab. That's all there is to it.
Honestly, that's enough. How much longer must we tolerate this?
Yeah, no, that's wrong.
First I went
Wouldn't
to
you
Section...
have,
That's
wouldn't
when
you
I grabbed
have
and
to
spilled
make
some of the...
more
Yeah.
to put
Okay.
in the
I moved
powder
from
that's
Section
already
C.
dropped? If you move from there to A, then there was... Unless you did like a full circular thing, that
You said you went to get the
sense.
poison from Section C. And that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Yeah? What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from Section C to Section A to get the protein. But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from Section C to Section A. That contradicts what you just said.
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Well...
You lied to us. Plain and simple. If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to Section A, so you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved Section A.
Well... You see...
What the hell? What's going on here?
And the footprints aren't... Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
New evidence?
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
I did?
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Just say it already! What is it you think you found?
I found this. It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle, and the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
But what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then, Makoto, why don't you explain it?
Huh? Me?
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
I got it! Oh, it's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
The window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that.
Yeah, it was from there.
So I think that must be it.
You're right, it must be. But how did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
What's so strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
sorry.
I got it! The bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina?
Oh, shoot. No, did I crash? No.
And yet,
Let me check.
somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the
Okay,
rec
never
room.
mind. Thanks, Crash.
It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast. I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked, but how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked? We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Oh, I really hope you get to take this guy down.
After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here.
Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that? How can you know what I don't know?
Yay! Okay.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible! It had to have been in there the whole time! It had to be! It was in there before the rec room was unlocked!
When it comes to that protein can,
Wait, no. Hold on,
There's
hold
not
on.
a doubt
I think I
in
know
my
what
mind.
she's trying to Implied.
Until the locked room was unlocked. It
Because-
absolutely was not in there.
It's like a really small detail, but the can of
Someone
pro.
planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible! It had to have been in there the whole time!
Alright.
It
Hopefully I'll
had
be able to
to
fix
be! It
this
was
thing.
in there before the record.
No, that's wrong.
Okay. I know
You
what
remember
you
how there was
that
broken glass
protein,
scattered all around the room, right?
bottle or whatever had
Of
glass
course! It
under.
came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can. We also found pieces
Those are
underneath the
really
can.
small details.
What?
And this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
What's going on in this
see.
case?
So, Kyoko, earlier when you asked...
Well, right now, Sakura died, and she died to poison, and she got hit in the head twice. And right now, it seems like we're
anyone
about to
had
pin it
moved
on,
the can or
on
tripped
him.
over
If that were
Which
the
I'm
case,
going to be so
that would
happy
explain
for.
the can being on
If
top
we
of the
pin it on
glass.
him, I'll be very happy.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
That's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other
Well,
possibility
yeah, he
is
did.
there?
He
You're
sucked.
saying she drank it knowing what it was? Such a ridiculous fiction.
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please, tell us.
Before we get to that,
I don't think-
we need to
maybe it's-
clarify one other thing. We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
What do you think, Makoto?
Oh, who do I get to...
I got it!
What did he do?
I think
He's just a joke?
it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself? What are you talking
He's just
about?
a jerk. He's been the
There's
worst
no
character in the
way.
game.
On the
I mean,
contrary,
maybe
we know
besides,
for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to
the
the,
other guy?
section full
I
of
forgot his
poisons.
name. Was it Hifumi? Hold on, let me check. I got a report card right here. Yeah, maybe besides Hifumi.
You're lying!
He's been the worst
Stop
character.
lying! Why? Why would you lie like that?
Oh, do I have to make it? Oh, dang, do I have to... There's been 3 of these!
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong! Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the poison?
Ah!
This should prove it.
Dude, these in one try. Yeah, I know!
Hina, did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
It did?
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab. That powder was yellow, wasn't it? So the powder we found on Sakura.
With who and who?
What else could it?
Last time it was with Hiro. And the other time it was with, Toko.
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Over's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but... And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem with my thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
No! It was me! The poison! Because I killed her!
No, you didn't kill her.
Oh, do I have to choose who? Oh, God. I want to choose him so badly, but he seems so confused that... My mind is making me think that it was...
Here's my answer!
And looks like I'm right!
The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
What? The killer was Sakura?
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
I don't believe it.
Suicide.
I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it. But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it, all so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room. I got it! The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina? You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you? When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door because you already knew Sakura was dead, and because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were. You said you were going to go get everyone else, but your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it? Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you... Thinking about it like that.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room...
For some reason, she likes to talk about him too, for no reason.
While everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
Why'd you look at the report card?
So, Sakura committed suicide.
I forget who's dead.
In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise
there's so many
the
people
truth.
dead right now.
That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right?
Also, you're getting farther than your voice
The
again.
footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison.
Picked out.
Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
No! I killed her! I did it!
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is. Actually,
It is.
no. You're right. We have to end this properly.
You want me to explain it? Oh. Okay, I got this. Why is she admitting to it? Because... What do you think, man? Sorry about that. She doesn't want to admit that Sakura killed herself. It's the thing. Where's the gun in the bottom? Why did Hiro do that? He thought he killed her at first, so he tried to blame it on Toko and run away. Because he didn't want to kill her, he only did it because he thought Sakura was going to kill her since they were alone in the room and she said something kind of weird. That one. Actually, we saw. What's that candy? Oh, this? It's irrelevant. It's just candy. Really, but that's how we found out that Hiro was with Sakura in the first place.
The killer is you!
Yeah, the killer is you!
This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room. Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya. But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others. Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot.
Wait, what? Oh, okay. I don't... Really? Are you telling me I have to switch these around? Okay, that's fine. They're both walkers. So I have to switch. Why didn't they try to take out They didn't do it.
The killer is
Okay, let's try this again. Oh, there we go. It already started right here.
And she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight. Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room. Next to arrive was Hiro. When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked.
Okay, well I've gotten it wrong twice, so that's good. Oh, really? Okay, man.
The killer is
Never mind.
you! Without thinking,
Oh, that's why I read the
grabbed
pages
nearby
wrong.
Monokuma, thinking he'd killed her. He hastily began covering up his crime.
At least they give you
Took a
chances.
magazine from the
Probably
table
hard to have.
and
I thought they would
forged
take
a
away
dying
like
mess to
3
that
cards
end
for each time
and
you
wrote
mess
down
up.
a name. Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her. But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear, she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others. But in her rush, she made one little mistake. She put the magazine back upside down. Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura, and she freaked out. And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her. This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence. She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece. And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon. But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive. So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death?
I wasn't expecting to die from that.
It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab. She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture. And there, she took her final breath. Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there. We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But someone already knew what had happened, knew that she had committed suicide. And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground. And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can. They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort was you, Hina. That's the full truth of the case. Sakura took her own life, and you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right? Facts?
What happened? But Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Huh? Oh, well, I mean...
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated. That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case. See? Didn't I tell you?
Oh yeah, she's chewing him
When
out.
you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
Good. Perish.
Okay. I think we can all agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You seriously forgot? I can feel my energy draining out of me. Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote. So, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
I mean, like, she killed herself. We can just choose it. You do a case every day, I just realized.
Okay.
No, not every day. Oh, wait, no, wait. Oh, a case every... Oh, you mean literally, not... You mean in real life.
My entire existence!
What's it gotta be?
What did you say? Come on. What are you thinking?
Don't be mean!
What is this? You should have been the one to die! What?
What?
What is this?
No forgiveness! I can't forgive this!
But,
Hina. They're friends.
Why? What are you saying? I won't forgive you. Why? Huh?
Hina.
Huh?
I have a favor to ask.
Huh?
Some protein.
Well, to be fair, that was before she got hit.
Please! Why? 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 Why?
Hey! Hey! Hey!
this? What are you saying?
In other words,
Really?
yes, indeed.
What the heck?
Of course. Yep. Too bad.
Oh, I wrote that one. It was all me. Ah!
It's true.
Huh?
Unbelievable. Well now, well now, well now, well now. Damn it! Boom, boom. Phew. Shing!
And?
What are you gonna do?
Angel's okay.
Hey! Hey! But hold on.
Also, for some reason, every Danganronpa game, someone always ends up killing themselves. I'll do that for me if I was in one of the games. Edgy. Hey, Con, don't, man.
Enough already.
Yes, indeed.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here. You see, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool. I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch, so even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things. And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder. However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken. I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
Yeah, this should be Monokuma File 4. Yeah, so it's Chapter 4.
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Oxymoronic, or just moronic?
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness. So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind. My own situation has started having an effect on more people, which is exactly what the Mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
Who are the people remaining?
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
So, okay, I have to look at this again. There's the main character, of course. Him. Hero. Her. And that's it. Not a lot of people.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself. If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning.
Him.
Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
Huh? No way!
Correct. However...
Finally,
Why does it say no one's
Hina,
watching the stream?
I want to apologize
Yeah, I complained
to you
about that
especially.
before. For some reason, it keeps saying no one's watching, but there's either 2 or 3 people in here. I'm only saying there's 2 or 3 because still doesn't comment that much.
I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible. Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else, no matter what. Just survive.
But... What are you gonna do? Uh-oh.
Oh. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it in a bad way.
Too bad. Huh? Say what?
You know? Well?
What do you want? How strange. Hey!
Who do you want to die next?
Here!
I want him to perish.
Naturally. Don't make me repeat myself.
What?
It's all clear now.
Oh, shoot.
Hey,
What the heck?
You want me to punish you guys? What? But... Wrong!
Oh, shoot.
Listen up! Yoo-hoo! Let's give it everything we've got!
Oh, he didn't even do nothing. He's still a jerk.
Punishment time!
So, whatever. I could care less. He's still a jerk. But, special guest. Ooh. Everyone I like died in Danganronpa 2. Well, that sucks. Well, he found out. Oh. Well, that would just be brutal on a real person, if we're being honest. What did Alter Ego do? We hooked her up to the network because she really wanted us to. Because she couldn't do anything else. So she thought, hey, I should hook myself up to the network to get more information. And I'm going to assume that he found out. Awesome.
Oh no!
Phew!
Wow, that's awesome. But anyway. Oh shoot, hold on.
So, but
Isn't Alter Ego a he? Yeah, he is.
but still,
Here's the problem though. It's based off someone who everyone thought was a girl. And they look like a girl, but they're actually a boy.
I'm gonna do my best.
According to Dari, she... No, according to me, it's a mistake. Not her, just I keep making mistakes.
What's the matter?
You're friends with the laptop. That's pretty pathetic.
Just as I thought.
Actually,
I knew about... Well...
What are you thinking?
yep. Phew. Hey,
I want to be able to help.
very nice. Ba-bum, ba-bum. Well? Uh-huh.
What?
Yep.
Huh?
Hello.
Hina.
Darius is... Yeah, okay. Darius in-game... What's the word? Hashtag facts. Yeah, you're wrong, because it's after Hina.
Too bad. You guys?
I don't like putting the S. Well, that sucks because it doesn't make sense. And when you say Darius is, I think of something else.
What?
What?
Okay. Wait, who did you like? Hina. Or Aoi.
Hey.
Also, who did you spend your free time with? I spent time with almost everyone.
Yo! But...
Yes.
I never got a chance to spend time with Sakura because the last day before she died, she wouldn't want to spend time.
Not possible. Stop talking.
Sorry.
No, 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 no!
Oh god. I probably spent most time with Aoi, to be fair.
What did you say?
What the heck?
See.
No, 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 no!
I don't know who that is. You'll find out later, sir. Okay, I thought you said you never finished the first game.
This is a school announcement. As such,
Am I
it
wrong?
is officially
Or did you just watch?
nighttime.
Did you just watch it?
Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited. Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
I sure won't. Wake up. Ah!
Kyoko?
Yes, it's me.
Leave me alone!
Huh?
I said yes.
So Kyoko's here.
Wait, what?
Nintendo don't what Genesis do. What?
It's true.
It was on the
Hey,
always.
correct.
What do you want from me, ma'am?
Makoto. So...
Ah.
Goodbye.
The data center on the 4th floor. Please. No, it's my ear! Main.
What's this? Hey! Unbelievable.
Even I get touched. Why are you up then? Stop being weird. Go back to bed.
Just a second.
You too? You guys?
It's true. Hey. Shall we go?
Yeah, go and get out of here. Shoo. What was the point?
Goodbye. Whew. Goodbye. Mukuro Ikusaba. Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school, the one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
I don't know who that is either. Oh, Star, apologies. The end. Was that a threat? It really did sound like one. 6 people left, and then 7. Excuse me! I saw that silhouette. I don't appreciate that. Alter lump. Oh, that's sad. She tried to help.
Mukuro Ikusaba. Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Wait, her? But that silhouette looks like... Huh. What? Well, that's the one guy. 100-mile dash, pain of a junk food junkie. What? That's the one guy who knocked me out!
Well?
In the name of my family.
Huh?
What's your deal?
How about that?
Come on.
Taco or Samurai Jack?
Let's go.
Or whatever it's called. I don't know what you mean. You just can't tell me that. Sorry, you can't show me the mask of that guy who almost like basically killed me, and then be like, oh man, he got stabbed. There's a preview, he got stabbed. That's him. Something Jack. Jack Black? No. I mean Genocide Jack. Oh, Genocide Jack. Well, she kept calling herself Genocide Jill. So, I just kind of assumed. Also, I'm guessing we can go past another floor. Yeah, Genocide Jack. How many floors are there? Are there 7? Wait a sec. No, there can't be 7. There can't even be 6. I don't see anything else saying. Oh. Yeah, there's nothing else that seems like, hey man, just so you know, there's gonna be a 6th floor. I don't see anything. Oh, but this is beautiful.
Hey. Indeed.
Oh, this is pretty. Always liked how these kind of trees look.
Hey.
Thanks, serious to know. What are you now, a tree? Are you pink too, man?
Mikuro equals 6
Okay,
to 1
we've already seen
watch
this.
out.
You don't have to show it to me for the 8th time. I'm not going to.
Hey,
Yeah, I'm a cherry blossom. Oh, I see.
so then,
Why aren't you outside? In fact, if you're a tree, how are you commenting? Oh my god. Hey man.
Yo! You know? What the heck?
Oh, because I can't. That's
The
not
end
how
is
it works.
nigh! Well? I'm at least 30% right!
Cock. Yeah, that's kind of weird. I can't believe they painted the walls and everything blue, but that does help me a little bit.
Watch out! Actually,
Picking paper, plastic, and people.
well done.
Oh, those are the man eating flowers. Well, I saw the Venus flytrap. Okay, never mind. I don't even want to talk about it anymore, just because he gave it that name. Oh god, there's a lot of stuff to check. I'm guessing we're gonna get a coin for checking all of them. I don't know the other one's names, but I know it's a type of coin. You mean the plant that has the shoot. The plant basically looks like the head of a Pokemon. Are you talking about Snapdragons? Oh shoot, sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Snapdragons? Hold on. No, wait, hold on. I was talking about... Well, okay, now that I look at it, there's this plant, which I know what it is. It's another trapper kind of plant, and I was talking about this, too. I don't know anything about Snapdragon, but these two plants I know something about. Those aren't Snapdragons, man. Yeah, I know. That's why I said. Shoot, what? Okay, wait, I don't know the name of this plant, but this plant's name's a pitcher plant. That's all we got to say on that. Oops, wait, no, I know. What's a water fetish? Tallest plant. The tallest plant. Life is quick with other bugs up. Yeah, that. Yeah, I knew about that. I learned about it along with the Venus flytrap. But I know about these things, but I don't know what they're called. One of the only things I know about them is that they look like the top of a Pokemon. Which I think the Pokemon is either Gloom or Vileplume. The bugs are like whack. They drown. Yeah. Raw. And I can't even get it. Okay, bio, but it also says raw. Okay, whatever. Whatever you say. Oh!
I see.
It's not even pink this time.
Hey, come on
What, my
now.
fault?